Nice to meet you. I'm Ira. I come to you from the left field, not from high tech, not from anywhere. Consumer packaged goods. How many of you have heard of Just before? I'm just kind of curious. Very few. It's not good. We're going to change it today. A little bit about myself, because I think what all kind of unite us here, that most of us are Israelis. We speak Hebrew. And then how I got to be the CEO at Just, and what we're trying to do as a company that's changing how consumer behavior is changing, and how we would like it to continue to evolve and change to a more sustainable lifestyle. So it all started a few months ago, and I found myself in this amazing place. It was exactly a year ago, actually, March 2017. And I was invited for an interview with this guy, Will Smith. You know, it was pretty cool. I got a phone call Saturday night saying, you need to be on a plane to Las Vegas because Will has 30 minutes to see you the next day. He's giving a lecture to IBM people, and he has 30 minutes for you. I said, awesome. The flight was pretty expensive, but I said, don't worry about the cost. Just get to Las Vegas. And let's back up. How did I really get there? What happened? What motivated it, right? Back in October 2000, after completing my military service, I landed in New York City to see what the Big Apple can offer me, right? Like many Israelis after the military service. It's been 18 years now. What have I done? I worked 4 years in a small bakery in Brooklyn, New York, owned by Angel's Bakery, Angel's family. It was pretty cool. Got myself legalized, got my green card, felt pretty good about staying in New York City and starting my life. Then I went to a startup company called Vitalicious. That was a startup company that really pioneered the 100-calorie portion control that catered towards people that were trying to lose weight or maintain a healthier lifestyle. I was the second employee, worked there for 9 years. The company was doing $200,000 in revenue when I joined. We sold the company 9 years later. We did $42 million in revenue. I went to NYU in between, got my undergrad degree, and moved to another startup company called Red's All Natural, which is doing frozen Mexican food, mimicking the Chipotle experience for those of you who know what Chipotle is, selling at retail. Joined the company, we're doing $4 million, and left last year. The company was doing $26 million. Then I said, you know what, I'm done. I did it for many years. Worked for food companies, startup companies, scaled them up, and I'm ready to do something different. I get bored. I'm an Israeli. They don't deal with my aggressiveness. I need to do something on my own. So I decided to start my own consulting company. I said I'll have 3-4 clients, startup companies in the food industry. I can extend my knowledge and experience. It will be fun. I'll be my own boss. It's awesome. I did that. And then a good friend of mine, his name is Nir. He has an Israeli name, but he was born and raised in America. Said, hey, Ira, have you heard about Just? And I said, yeah, I go to Whole Foods. I see awesome, cool-looking blue bottle. He said, listen, you have to introduce it to the people there. It's an amazing company. It's owned by Will Smith. And, you have to listen to what they have to offer. Amazing gig for you to consult. I said, you know what, cool. Super skeptical. The world doesn't need another bottle of water. But I said, you know what, Will Smith, I'll take the introduction. And I found an amazing company started by an 11-year-old kid that surfed in the ocean and got introduced to the Pacific Patches, an island of plastic. And yes, it does exist. It's not just on YouTube. And wanted to change the world. And let's hear him out.
Upcycling is a real passion of mine, and the environment is a real passion of mine, because I want to make sure that my children and my grandchildren have a world with fresh air, clean water, and clean, renewable energy. This bottle is 80% made out of renewable resources, which means it's not made out of plastic. Sustainability to me is doing and making the right decisions so that we can have a better world for tomorrow, that our kids and people in the future can live a life where they don't have to worry about their air quality or their water quality or the quality of their energy.
So this is Jaden. He's 19 years old today. The whole thing started when he was 11. We shipped our first bottle of water 2.5 years ago, so we're somewhat a startup company. Shocking facts, guys. Globally, humans purchase 1 million plastic water bottles per minute. 91 of those plastics are not recycled. There are 8.3 billion tons of plastic in this world. 79 of plastic end up sitting in landfills and ends up finding its way into the ocean. The amount of plastic in the ocean will outweigh that fish by 2050. Please don't tell me that plastic recycles well, because it doesn't. It recycles and transforms into another version of a plastic product, where these guys over here fully recycle and transform into tables, building materials, and other things that we can use in our life cycle. This is what we've done, really simple. We partnered with a company called Tetra Pak. It's a company that's family-owned in Sweden, globally known. Many beverage brands use them, Vita Coco and many others in very different variations. When we started this company, we wanted something that looks really, really disruptive and cool. So this bottle is a very cool-looking bottle. And we are the only company in North America that owns this machine. It's called a Tetra Top. And we are the only company in the world that actually package water in this format. We bought a church, and we repurposed it. So our machine is sitting upstate Glens Falls, New York. We bought a church because we needed to buy a facility rather quickly when the machine was on its way. And we repurposed it, so it's pretty cool. And we went into one-of-a-kind relationship with the city of Glens Falls, which actually really set us apart from competition, because our ethically sourcing model is pretty interesting. So we wanted to make sure we don't only have a disruptive-looking bottle that is recyclable, we also look at how we source our water. So Glens Falls, New York is a city upstate, suffered major loss of industry, have tons of spring water, and we went into our agreement to buy their excess water for the next 99 years, and we paid them 6 times the municipal rate, which all this money goes back into revitalizing the city economy. So we're really proud about that. A system that is out for change. Again, really quickly, we don't pump our water and go like many other CPG companies do. We partner with a small city in upstate New York. We buy the excess water in six times municipal rate. We put that into local economy, and so on. So if you are going to buy a bottle of water, it needs to be just. What are we made of? Excuse me, 82% renewable resources, 54% paper. It's a paper-based bottle. Cap and shoulder are made out of plant-based plastic. It's actually derived from a plant, so it's not petroleum-based plastic. Our bottle contributing to 74% less carbon emission when it recycles versus a petroleum-based plastic. We've done pretty well so far. We're available in major natural food stores, conventional food stores, schools, colleges, airports, hotels, mission-aligned partnerships like Tesla, WeWork, and many, many others. And our assortment is expanding. So we have actually last week launched our organic infused water, which is infused with organic essences. So our portfolio is expanding as well. And just to finish with a pretty cute thing that's done by Will.
Talk to me about this guy.
Oh,
talk to me about this. Tell me all about this.
This is a company we just started.
Yeah.
The bottle is paper-based.
So the idea is to have a water bottle that, you know, will disappear. Completely disappear. Jaden, probably about 8 years ago, started surfing. And then one day he saw a bunch of plastic bottles floating around in the ocean. And it just happened to be at a time in school when he was studying the environment. The concept for the company came from a child who wanted to protect the ocean.
Now, would I be right in thinking that you are looking at me as being the face of the company? Would I mean, I'm sure reading between the lines certainly sounds like that's something that you want. Have you thought about taglines? For the commercial.
So you
just water. It's like water, but waterier.
That's deep.
It's more watery. It's more watery than water. You like that?
What
about just water? Give your mouth a bath.
You don't want people to drink bath water. Like the imagery of drinking bath water is not.
No, but you're giving your mouth a bath.
You're giving your mouth.
Like, what does your mouth never get to do? Have a bath.
Have a bath.
The rest of your body gets treated to a bath, except this guy.
Right, so you actually keep your mouth closed when you're in the bathtub.
Exactly.
For a reason.
What about just water? Dolphins go mad for this stuff.
It's different. It's not. This isn't. This is like dolphins are in salt.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm just saying.
It's a different kind
Dolphins
of water.
go mad for this.
You would say in the commercial?
Well, no, online.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna have my people contact your people, and we'll set something up. We'll do a meeting.
Yeah.
We'll sit down.
And you're 100% on that.
On sitting down?
All right. What do you mean?
I'm
not stuck to it.
If you're gonna do the commercial, it's good.
Thank you, guys.